Morning everyone, it's a rainy winter's day here and we're looking at replacing this section of the chassis. It's pretty rusty and thinned out. So I'm just going to repeat the same repair that I did on the other side here on that side. This one ended up looking okay. Virtually the same, but this time I'll actually film it, I've remembered, so let's get into it. Alright, I've gone and obviously marked all this up before I'm going to cut it. Same principles as before, nice angles and things, get away from welding vertically on the chassis. Time to cut. Rightio, so that's been roughly cut out. I've just roughly marked up this bit of angle here, which I'll use as, I'll start oversize and then just sort of trim it down and grind it until it fits correctly. It's a bit finicky, because obviously you can't sit this right in until you get that shape close. So yeah, I'll just keep chipping away at it. It seems to be the best way to do it. Screwed around the grinder for a while to get it about right. That's looking in a pretty good spot at the moment to be able to weld this piece in. Being that it's winter here at the moment, I think it's about 15 degrees. Just going to give it a very, very, very light preheat just to bring it all a bit warmer. Alright, so what happened to me just then is very similar to what happened last time. So I was just coming up this way, it's around here, and you could have probably heard it. It starts really spitting, and the arc just blows out. Like I'm not really sure what it is. And what ends up happening is it melts the wire back to the tip and then jams it. Alright, so got the wire back fed through the gun, and then I actually came over, made this run up this side. And I actually just came back to do this side again just to finish it off, and it's done the exact same thing. So if someone can explain that to me, why that happens, it's that spot. As I said, I just ran that weld then. Why it just does it in one spot, I don't know. Now that's welded out, the next job to do, just like the other one, is grind all those welds out. A, for appearance from the outside, but mostly because, particularly on the inside, there's lots of interfacing parts on the flat there, so we need to get rid of those welds just so it can sit nice and flush and everything can bolt in nicely. Alright, so that's a bit of grinding done. The next thing to do is put the remaining 3 holes in it. You can see there's that one hole still at the front here. So what I did last time is I actually took some measurements and went through a few prototypes to make a little 3D printed card that matched, using that first hole as the reference and then the actual parallel sides. And then once that was done and accurate, I reprinted one with that reference hole and then some smaller holes to mark and guide the others. So that's what I did on this side. And that's exactly what I'll do on this side here. Alright, so just to look at what's going on under here. So actually gone and punched those in. Still got that bolt as a reference point, and then I've used a straight edge to see this lip and this recess here, check this along that line of the chassis. So that should get us close enough to what we require accuracy wise for these holes. Okay, so that's the holes drilled. Also just drilled and then tacked on the nuts there for the exhaust hanger. Giving it a bit of a clean up with wax and grease remover. Now just give it a quick bit of spray just to seal it up while it's sitting here in the moist weather that's outside. Okay, that's the rear left done. Pretty happy with the outcome there. Definitely a bit better than the rear right. Learned a few things from there. Center done. I've torqued the fasteners up the front there in the cross member. I've got a couple of very small cracks in this tube in the rear here to weld up underneath. And then that's the chassis done and ready to go for painting.